Hello and welcome to coverage of the Magic Online Community Cup. We are going to be jumping in shortly to watch Aaron Forsythe take a huge bite out of a donut.
Oh, that's a maple bar. Well played here, Aaron Forsythe.
That.
Yeah, I like his metagame choice.
So Wizards team up early in the day.
Coverage team crushed this format, though.
All
apple fritters. We went mono apple fritter. Yeah, we went mono apple fritter, and we destroyed them.
We did. But Aaron's actually playing for glory down there and putting shame to that poor... I'm pretty sure I just saw that maple bar quiver. Oh, there we go, Aaron. Killing it. All right, and here we are. We are watching Ryan Spain build here. Now, I'm really curious to see if Ryan does this. This is something that he taught me a while ago, and I'll occasionally do as well, which is he'll actually hide his rares.
Oh, interesting.
And then what he'll do is look at his colors and figure out what his deepest and strongest colors are first, and then reveal his rares to see how they fit in. I think the reasoning for that is it can be really tempting to try to build directly to your rares, even if it ultimately ends up being not the correct thing to do for your overall card quality.
Sure.
So I think he's going to look at that. Yeah. And I don't see rares here, so I think he might have done that. Which is interesting. We're going to get kind of a slow roll, you know, a bit of a reveal at the end of ta-da! And it looks like he's earmarked a couple of green-white Celestia cards here early. Kitchen Finks, fantastic card. And there's also a Vidu Ghazi Guildmage, also fantastic. So, look at this. Apparently somebody works on Magic Online. He's got all the little tricks here. So he's going to take a look at white first. Now, I happen to know Ryan really well. I've known him my whole life. And he's very methodical. You'll probably see him over the course of the building. And we're going to be jumping around to check on other people as well. But what he'll be doing is, I wouldn't be surprised to see him just actually make multiple builds of two different colors.
Sure.
And just say, how does this look? How does this look?
Yeah.
You know?
Knight of Cliffhaven, one of my favorite cards.
Cliff Claven?
Yeah, the Knights of Cliff Claven. Bound in Silence, excellent. Rebel.
That's just an excellent card, period. So let's see where Ryan wants to go here in the early stages. He's got a decent-looking pile of white cards here.
Likes the Salt Skitter.
What does it do?
No, he doesn't.
He played around with the idea. Now he's going to look at his blue.
Mana Fixing in Reef Shaman. Also a little bit of Mana Screw sometimes. Where you can do it on upkeep to your opponent's land and make it into... Like, oh, sorry, you have two swamps. You don't...
Now, what you also see Ryan doing is hiding certain cards. So there's some cards that he's going to deem unplayable and doesn't want to see. Jilt. In. He has a Jilt. Jilt has been called.
He also has Vidalcan Dismisser.
So Jilt is insane. It's 1 in a blue with kicker, 1 in a red, and you return a creature to its owner's hand, and if you kick it, you get to do 2 damage to a creature too.
It's pretty sweet.
Not a super fair card.
It's got a fair amount of bounce.
So I wouldn't call that fixing.
It is sort of fixing. I mean, you can float your mana and then
it's
filtering. It's filtering.
But it costs you a mana to do it,
right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean by filtering. Right?
No, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you're down a mana or whatever?
Yeah, you got a balloon payment.
Yeah. That makes me less excited.
Combo.
Oh, man.
He's got the very flavorful Crab Umbra and Horseshoe Crab combo.
He's got the Shelly duo here. He's making sure that we see that. That's a lot of text. Do you know what that does?
I
can't read quite that fast.
It's whatever. It's a 23rd card.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got like a windfall ability when it does.
So now you're referencing a card I barely know from a card I don't know at all.
Yes.
Great. Windfall's like you ditch your hand and draw that many cards or something, right?
What's the bootleg card?
Cipher?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What's that one?
We got there.
It has that ability.
Yeah. It's called Windfall. Thanks for shot. All right, well, he's still browsing around. Maybe we can take a look at what Randy's got queued up. Who are you looking at, Randy?
Tom Lepore. And Tom Lepore's deck, So Urza Saga, you talked about this is an old booster pack you never opened. I was playing on the Pro Tour back when Urza Saga was around, and we had a rule when you were drafting with Urza Saga or playing any limited format. The rule was somebody is not going to be black. Don't let it be you. Black was ridiculous. Everything black was ridiculous. And Tom just had lied out. I think he's put it back now, but Pestilence is the card that sends black over the top. Pestilence was common in Urza's Saga.
Oh, no!
Yes, he also opened up a Dark Banishing. So, you know, the deck Tom had lied out, he's got a Phthisis in there. His black just looks super sick. And now I think he's looking to green, trying to figure out what his other colors are. But yeah, I saw that Pestilence, and it took me back.
Common?
Yeah, it was common. Like all the best, all the best cards were
to R&D.
It was clear that the players on the Pro Tour knew the game a little better than the developers in R&D at the time. I will give you that much.
Like, weren't all the best black, all the best commons in Urza Saga were black? I mean, you also had...
Dark Banishing was probably the second best common. Like, Arc Lightning was common in red. That was, like, maybe...
Yeah, it was expunged.
Oh, it was expunged. But, yeah, it was...
Which was a cycling Dark Banishing.
Right, the one that's in...
Foul was common. Yeah. Corrupt was common.
Oh, yeah.
There was 3-power Flyer for 3 mana.
Oh, there were rituals.
There was 3-power Flyer for 2 mana.
Right. Dark Ritual was in the set.
It was ridiculous. Yeah, black was... So, Tom seems to have opened a nice Urza Saga pack. I'm sure he's going to go back to the black. The other thing I've noticed watching the Wizards guys build this format, by the way, is the first thing they do is sort by rarity.
Yeah.
I watch Erin, Worth, they're all just like, sort by rarity, what are the rares? Okay, build from there. Different take on the format from Ryan.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he will be playing his rares, make no mistake. Let's check back in on Ryan.
Oh, Rakdos' Return was the other card for the Tom had light.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Rakdos' Return hiding out over there. So
curious to see if that Knight of the Reliquary makes its way into his deck.
Oh, Ryan looks like he's made his way down to green here. And so it looks like he's pulled down the cards that really have caught his eye in each color. And yeah, there's a Pestilence down there.
So we're 5-color here?
No, those are the cards that he really wants to play.
Gotcha.
So he's trying to figure out what his 2 deepest colors are, and it looks like red is one of them. And there's a lot of green cards, but he's going through and making sure he knows what they do, getting rid of the chaff here.
Fortitude not making the cut.
Oh, come on, Drudge Beetle, get in there. Yeah, there he goes.
Gaze of the Gorgon. Sportso Lethalid, a Modern Masters staple.
Super solid. Just on all axes, that card's just solid.
I gotta tell you, one of my favorite cards, Chorus of Might.
Oh no, Gorilla Warrior.
No, Chorus of Might. Come on.
Wait, what's Chorus of Might? Where's that? Oh, Chorus of Might.
Yeah.
The trample? And
+1/+1 equals the number of creatures you control and trample.
I have lost to that card many times.
Yeah.
It's a good finisher. Yeah. It's clunky, right? I mean, it's 4 mana.
My first experience with Chorus of the Might was playing against Mike Turian at Wizards. I stormed, I suspended, I stormed, I made a bunch of goblins, I attacked with everything, and then I Chorused of Might after Turian blocked. And I'm like, trample. And he's like, there's no way I would give that card trample. Sorry, Mike.
So he somehow picked up Sportso Lethalid and Swirloth Ancient here. Is that kind of interesting? He has a Future Sight Swirloth Ancient and the Sportso Lethalid from...
But he doesn't have... He didn't put the Chorus of Might in, but I guess he'll go back later.
He will, yeah. So I think these are the cards that are really catching his eye, like that would make him want to play a color. So right now, it's looking like he's going to be red-green, and then he can pick from a bevy of splashes, but white looks like the most reasonable one here. Now, can we see the rares yet? Here he is, rarity. Here's his rares. Tooth and Nail.
Righteous Authority, sweet. Master Warcraft's also really nice.
What does that do?
That basically... is either going to be a fault or removal. You get to decide all the blockers in combat. You get to make all you get to make all the decisions.
I've heard of that card, and I haven't had a chance to play it though. It's being a rare, you don't see it as often. I've only been a few.
By the way, we're just talking about Saga cards. We see Vile Requiem sitting there. Vile Requiem is at the beginning of your upkeep. You may put a verse counter on Vile Requiem, and then it has 1 black. Sacrifice Vile Requiem. Destroy up to X. Target non-black creatures where X is the number of verse counters. They can't be regenerated. So that card is
also black.
That card is a big sealed deck card. Oh, right. The problem here is because people are playing with a Saga pack, there might be a lot of black players.
There could be a lot of black players.
But Violent Requiem's a sweet sealed deck card. Sometimes in draft, you're like, well, I'm just going to be faster than that, and I don't really care. I'm just going to,
But sealed.
But in sealed, which tends to be slower and grindy, the ability to destroy, wait a few turns and destroy X creatures. Either your opponent's not playing creatures and you're beating them down, or they're playing into your card. And
Did you see the Sprout Swarm?
I did not see the Sprout Swarm.
Wow. Whoa, he got a Sprout Swarm. I did not see that either.
He also has the Vidugazi Guildmage going on there.
Yeah, I think he's going to splash white here. I think he might be green-red splash white just based on depth of color. Like, it looks like his black is really sweet, but I don't know that he has enough playables floating around up there to justify it.
So I've got Paul Cheon up, if you guys are interested in his draft.
Yeah, I want to see what he's
Best
doing.
record yesterday of any individual captaining the team that's ahead right now. And Paul's been laying out, you were talking about Rise of the Eldrazi. It's one of your favorite, also one of my favorite formats. One of the reasons Jiraga Tree Speaker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he just switched from a sort by converted mana cost where you could see him hanging out at the one slot. Love the Tree Speaker. He's got a Sprout Swarm in there in green as well. The Nest Invader, Search for Tomorrow. Just a really nice sort of ramp curve. And then it's a question of like, okay, what does he want to do with it? Does he want the red? And like, it's a lot of quality blue creatures hanging out over there as well.
Jiraga Tree Speaker, by the way, originally from Brooklyn. He changed his name when he moved out, but originally from Brooklyn, Sol Ring.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, my God. Wow. Can I finish drinking my my morning beverage here?
We needed the spit take. That was his spit take. That was the setup.
I liked it.
Yeah, solid blue flyers. This might be blue-green here. Right?
Curious,
I mean, you see
looking
Living Airship in there. You see Snapping Drake. There's an Infiltrator. Skyline Predator.
There's a Bog Raiders in his board. I would want to start a Bog Raiders if I could.
Oh, if I was black, absolutely. That one pack of Urza Saga should be enough to just push things.
Yeah.
You'd normally see, 40% if it was all two colors. So it's not a terrible bet to just run it anyway, but I bet we'll see more like 50, 60% black. Especially if you count the three color that all the gold formats are going to cause people to want.
Right.
Forgotten about Sprout Swarm. The card was really powerful.
Yes.
Ryan's opponents won't be forgetting about it for long.
Neither will Paul's. He's got one in there too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the mana cost sort.
I mean, the problem with
Paul's got going on.
Something like Sprout Swarm is you got to worry a little bit about getting timed out.
It's a lot of clicking.
That's a clock eater.
You know what else is good against Sprout Swarm? Pestilence.
Yes. Yes, it is.
You mean the common pestilence?
I do. We've seen at least two of them so far.
I can't believe that.
How many? I wonder how many protection from black creatures are in this format for the old. I mean, because pestilence dies when there's when the creature goes. So you really want a protection from black creature.
Yeah, if you have a protection from black creature, you get to keep your pestilence around forever.
Because it's somehow damage.
Of course.
Yeah, I still
Sure.
gotta.
Yeah.
All right,
So Paul, we were talking about Erin with the
one of
20.
my favorite cards.
Yeah, we talked about Erin putting up 24 points. Erin Campbell yesterday. Paul put up 21. They were the only two to break 20 yesterday.
We expect big things of Paul Cheon, and he is not disappointed.
He has absolutely delivered. And with this deck, I don't know. It looks solid. It doesn't. I'm not blown away by the quality that he's got here, but I mean, it seems like he's got enough options. Of course, with 8 booster packs, everybody's going to have enough options.
Oh yeah.
Right? Just a question of where they go from here.
And looked like he took the flyers out. He's like, I'm going to put the flyers back in. So thinking about Ryan's deck, Marshall. Now, that, before we go right back to it, where do you think he is right now?
Red, green, splash white. That's what I think he's going to do.
Okay.
Let's go see.
Yeah, let's go back to
Yeah,
Ryan's
let's see where
deck and
Ryan's
take
at.
a look and see what he's doing. Oh my gosh, Cyclonic Rift for Paul there. Wow.
Ta-da.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, he's got a Worship.
that's a big card.
Worship Sprout Swarm is,
Ha.
not a terrible combo. Looking at Pact to the Titan.
Deck looks pretty straightforward, but pretty good.
Yeah. He has a number of ways to win. Rapacious One is quite the beater.
Totally.
Some nice mana fixing. Prophetic Prism, Lay of the Land, and Fertile Ground.
He ran pretty bad, though. No Vent Sentinels.
Yeah. He's got the Flame Slash, the Shock, and the Pirate Spellbomb for just spot removal, Ghost Fire. Master Warcraft, by the way, can be just, a bloodbath. You're like, well, I'm not going to win this turn, but I'm just going to kill everything of yours and make you just do,
Especially when you have big green.
Yeah. I'm just going to make, but I'm just
going
to make sure all your blocks are the unfavorable ones.
Right.
I'm going to give you no good blocks.
But it favors him for being in green because he can actually have creatures that have unfavorable blocks.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting. See Tooth and Nail sitting up there on the board. It's just too much, right?
Yeah.
Even in sealed, you just can't tooth somebody out.
I mean, you can't. I mean, Rashad will.
He tried to. He made Progenitus against me once, and then I just killed him.
Here you see Ryan. These guys don't have the opportunity to add lands in between games, so you see him just adding 15 of each basic land to his sideboard.
Right, so that they have some flexibility.
Yeah.
Remember, you can play this format as well in Magic Online. I believe it was 11:32 and 7 o'clock today.
Yeah.
Which is coming up pretty shortly. A few minutes away if you want to run over and log in. You too can play a Phantom event of this exact.
Yeah, you're not getting any Tarmogoyfs.
No, you're not getting any Tarmogoyfs. You could open one and battle with it, but
I mean that's fun.
Yeah.
So I think I found the first completed deck, by the way. Dave Humphrey seems to have his build.
That is
out.
impossible.
That's not true.
It's Dave Humphreys. He's trying to turn over a new leaf. Speed magic. He's got, so he just went and got his 17 lands. I guess, to be fair, it's a 43-card main deck right now. So 3 cuts away. But he's put the land in. He's looking at the curve. Box Crusher hanging out at the 8th spot. I saw Turian had a Crusher as well. Brain Spoil, but
Crusher fan,
I like Crusher a lot.
Look at the top of the Force.
Oh,
There's another Pestilence in the house.
I like the Pestilence Golgari Longlegs combo.
Yes.
Not bad. I like Penumbra Spriter, Albino Troll, Golgari Guildmage.
Yeah.
This is a tight black-green deck.
Wow.
Cathodian is 3 mana, 3/3, no longer has a drawback. Back when the card was printed, you would take mana burn if it randomly died. Now, whatever. Cold Eye Selkie hanging out. Fertile Ground to accelerate into this. Little touch
Edge
of white.
Autumn.
Little touch of white for the Pacifism, I think, is the only white card. Yeah, this deck looks pretty solid. I mean, this is a good sort of black-green.
Brain Spoil.
It's big
slime
stuff.
Molding solid if he gets flooded out. Yeah, this was really
Trees
good.
and removal, right?
Yeah.
That's what black-green wants to do.
Yeah.
And he's still got a ton of black cards sitting in his board.
I mean, 8 boosters is a lot of boosters.
Yeah,
you normally play sealed with 6.
We should have mentioned that.
We used to play with 5 back in the day, but 8 boosters is a lot of boosters.
I expect these decks to be very strong, especially because we've got some really powerful formats here too. So 8 boosters, that is a lot to work.
And what's really, because it's 8 different boosters, like normally you would do a sealed deck, like if you did a sealed deck with 8 of the same booster or 8 of the same block, from the same block, you would have a lot of duplicate commons. That would kind of drive you in a direction. You're like, oh, I've got 3 lightning strikes.
Right.
But now you've got to start finding analogous cards. You've got to start looking. These are going to be almost singleton, almost always singleton.
Yeah, it'd be really hard to get duplicates.
Very little overlap.
Some of the cards got
you could get 2 Tarmogoyfs.
Right.
The Future Sight throws like a slight wrench in like 2 of the packs.
Right.
That's it.
Anyway, I like Dave's deck here. It seems pretty good. Oh, the Etched Oracle is cute. Off like a Dimir Signet and a Fertile Ground. That guy can get big. And a Disciple sending those trees to the air.
Yeah. This is a sweet-looking deck. And he's not. Oh, he is adding.
He's resisting that Call of the Conclave up there in the top right. That's some discipline. He's splashing white for the Pacifism, which is good in the late game, but he's not going to splash white for a white card that's only really, truly good on turn 2.
I got to tell you, if he's going to have access to, splashing white, I guess he doesn't want to splash white. Right? Captain's Maneuver is such a powerful card. But he only really has the Fertile Ground. So,
yeah, it looks like he's
going
to
he has both red and white.
Yeah, he has Rampant Growth and Edge of Autumn.
Yeah, he's playing 1 planes in his list, is what he's doing.
I can be pretty greedy and sealed.
especially in sealed where you have like multiple gold sets just begging to splash everything. But they also come with fixing too. That's kind of the interesting thing. We see a signet here for Dave, and we see, like Ryan had a prophetic prism, and you'll just see these random artifacts and stuff floating around.
Fertile Ground and Rampant Growth in Dave's list.
Yeah.
And Edge of Autumn. I mean, Edge of Autumn only does it early, but then later on it cycles.
Right.
Ribbons of Night. Oh.
That card's great, isn't it?
It is great.
How's that not in the list? Oh, he's like, oh, okay.
Like, oh, wait
I found another one.
Wait a minute. And I can randomly sometimes, draw a card. Yeah, I mean,
let's go back and look at the black.
Is basically consumes the Covenant of Blood. Draw a card.
I like that.
But for 5 instead of
7. For 5, yeah. And it doesn't hit players. Right?
It doesn't get both, but still.
Yeah.
He has the only bad Urza Saga common, Breach. That was the only bad common in the entire set. In black.
He's just looking through, making
You can play an Urborg Uprising, especially in sealed deck, right?
Yeah, I like Urborg Uprising.
I mean, Swamp Walk's pretty good in this format, right?
Yeah. I would absolutely be... If I had on-color Swamp Walkers, I'm running them in this format for sure.
He's got... I mean, he doesn't want to be too expensive.
Ribbons of Night. That's a good one.
Yeah, that made the cut the second trip through. I would be tempted by Urborg Uprising. Feels like it's sealed deck. It's not... you don't have games going on curve, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, kill you like you can in draft sometimes. You have time for a card like Urborg Uprising to just be a 3-for-1.
I wonder if anyone has built a just an on-curve like aggro deck.
It would be hard with these set of packs, I think.
Right.
I mean, all the gold stuff kind of running into each other. I don't know that you're going to get the tight little two-color beatdown deck. I haven't seen one yet. I've been poking around, but Dave was the first guy I saw that had 23 laid out. I guess it's 25, but I don't know what his last 2 cuts should be.
So he cuts the empath.
Is that guy in your EDH deck?
No. He's not in my EDH deck. I mean, he could be. Maybe he'll go in my new commander deck.
You guys find anybody else with Sweet Brews yet, or I'm happy to go back to looking too?
Yeah, I want to go take a look at. I want to check in on Ryan again and see where he's at.
I see that the event has started.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Matthew Watkins just tweeted, "It begins," and he's got his big sealed pool. So we'll see what he comes up with.
Nice.
All right, so Ryan has stayed pretty true throughout here.
Where did that Vidu Ghazi Guildmage go, though? Did he...
Oh, yeah, no, he nixed it.
Okay, I found one.
There's no way he's not playing that card.
It looks like he's not.
Or did he actually just cut all the white?
No, he still has Worship.
Oh, there's Worship over there.
There's Worship, and that's it. And Drudge Beetle got in there, sir.
Yeah.
Drudge Beetle got in there where Vidu Ghazi Guildmage used to be.
I will not accept that. If you're going to splash white, I think you want that Guildmage. It just gives you such good long game in sealed, where if the board gets stalled out like it sometimes
but the
does,
thing is,
you start dumping mana into that.
But again, with the Sparrowloths, the Spawn Sower, and the Sprout Swarm, I mean, I think he already has
enough mana.
He just has enough stuff to do and to get to his wins. Sounds like Randy might have something over in the red zone for us to look at.
Yeah, you guys were speculating that this format is all about the Tarmogoyfs? I found one.
Oh!
Yeah. Björn Andreasson is sitting on sort of a blue-green splash black, and yeah, look at the 2-spot. A Tarmogoyf and an overgrown battlement.
Oh, and it's an old school Tarmogoyf too. You know, they've got 2 different shots to hit.
Yeah. That's Future Sight with his hit. So Centaur's Herald's nice on the 1-drop. See him starting to select
also
the lands.
Also nice on the 3-drop.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, it's a nice curve, right? Herald into Tarmogoyf into Make a Guy.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, solid flyers, too. Zephid is a flyer that was super scary back in Urza Saga days. I mean,
Shroud.
3/4 flying for 6, sort of 90s era curve on the stats on that guy, but still, having a 3/4 flyer that they can't target with a removal spell is still going to be good.
There are several cards from my commander deck in this deck.
Yeah? What else?
Well, I see Wood Elves, one of my favorite. Jungle Barrier, also a...
I missed the Jungle Barrier. That is a good
sweet one. 2/6 wall, draw a card when it comes into play.
And it makes your battlement tap for 2. Yeah,
Right,
he's got
and
walls
mana.
on the ground to block really nicely, and then fly over with you know, Zephids and Avens and...
He's got Eternal Witness, Pestermite.
Eternal Witness. I have Treasure Trove in my...
This looks sweet.
Drift of the
Treasure
Phantasm
Trove's
will
a card
also
you can
power
get
up.
behind and sealed.
He even has the, I don't know what card that is because I can't quite read it, but it's a flying wall.
Yeah, Drift of the Phantasm.
Yeah, so he's got walls on the ground, flyers in the air, and he's even crossed over into a wall with flying.
And that wall also transmutes for 3, so he could go get something.
Get a 3-drop.
Yeah.
And then all that mana he can sink into Treasure Trove.
Yeah.
Cool.
Have you played with Treasure Trove?
Oh, it's value.
Do you know what it does?
No, I don't. Oh, 2 blue, draw a card?
Yeah.
And it's 2 blue to cast?
Yeah.
Oh, in.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, that's clunky as heck, but I'm in.
I mean, in sealed,
It's value.
Yeah,
It is
I'll do
sealed
it.
deck.
I'll do it.
It's not that clunky.
That's a aptly named magic
I'll
card.
happily play that card on turn 3 with my overgrown battlements.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Sure, attack me a turn, whatever.
That's from 7th edition?
Yeah, it's originally... that copy is from 7th edition. You can tell from the white border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the little white border. The 7th edition cards are really easy to pick out.
Where was
here.
it originally printed, do you happen to know?
Wasn't this Saga?
It might have been Saga. I think it was uncommon in Saga. That sounds right. So you could have 2 treasure troves in this format. You could get 1 from each pack. 1 from 7th, 1 from Urza Saga.
So
The
looks
second
like
one's
players have
probably
about
not
3
as good.
minutes left to get these builds submitted.
Treasure Trove was from Exodus.
Exodus, okay. So that's 10 to the Tempest block.
That's the little bridge one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the set before
haven't
Urza
drafted
Saga.
that
We were
one.
close.
Yeah.
I haven't drafted that one.
Yeah. It's got, there was like a little meet cute on the card between Hannah, Ship's Navigator, and Karn. They're getting a little...
really?
Oh, yeah, they're getting a little frisky in the picture. They're looking at each other. They're making eyes.
There's an accidental
Yeah, there's a
hand
whole...
touch.
Don't read the flavor text. It's pretty randy. Not... but not capital R.
I agree Randy's pretty, but why did you...
Lowercase Randy.
Why don't we bump over back to Ryan again real quick and see how he is he finished?
Yeah,
I
let's
want
see
to
what Paul's
doing.
doing. Yeah, let's see where
Paul's
Paul ended up. Paul's deck was sweet. I mean, I think all the decks are going to be really good
I
here.
think they're going to be good. I think this is going to be a greed check as well. Like you could definitely go deep on colors with the packs that they happen to open. Have to decide how deep they want to go.
Yeah, right now we see, just those final touches. Wow, that Cyclonic Rift is just going to be a beating.
It's going to be a beating.
Oh, Legacy
Weapon! Hey!
Oh, speaking of greed checks.
Nice.
Look at the mana he's adding. 81151. The old 81151 mana base.
So, Fertile Ground, Search for Tomorrow. Kadama's Reach, okay.
Does he think he's being judged? Like Legacy Weapon, huh?
Have you activated a legacy weapon?
Oh, I've never activated
It's
it.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
I think
I've
he might actually pass the greed check here.
Oh, he gets high marks as far as greed goes.
No, but I mean, I think he's correct. Like,
Oh,
this-
you think it's just correct
I think it
for him
might.
to do
Yeah,
that?
that card is absurd.
What's his fixing?
So he's got,
He's
one
got-
Signet to get black.
Okay.
We had Kadama's Reach.
Oh, that helps a lot.
We had Search for Tomorrow.
Okay.
And there were...
Fertile Ground. There's
Fertile Ground.
3 Rainbow Searchers and a Signet, and he's got 2 main colors anyway. Like
He needs any 2 of those probably to make this work?
right. I mean, it's not
And
it's
7
not
mana?
happening on turn 5.
Right.
but
He
I mean, the
also
thing
he also
costs
has an
7.
Is It Guildgate hanging out in there.
Sure.
I mean, obviously you can't lose if you start activating the thing, right? Like,
It is almost impossible.
Yeah.
It happened at a Pro Tour, but that's a
And
long
he has
story.
submitted. Legacy Weapon is in.
Yeah. Even
Yes,
I
Paul
love
Cheon.
it.
Yeah. No, I
Going
think it's
big.
correct. I like this build. I think it's like he's not giving up that much to splash. You know, by the time you can cast it, you know, it's turn what? How long does it take you just to have 7 mana? Turn 8, turn 9,
turn 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he can put all 5 together. You know, a majority of the time.
All right, it looks like deck build is finished here, and they